Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday. Excuse my hair. I actually just did a workout. It was actually like a stretch class with Shalene Johnson, so it feels really good because it's a 40-minute stretch class. And you know, I was one of those people that always wanted to do cardio all the time and thought that that's the only workout that's more effective. And even though, you know, you get your heart racing, it is important, but at the same time, you also need to treat your body right and make sure that you stretch. And so after I do the stretch class, like the next few days, I really feel much better, much toned, not as sore. So it's a really, really good class. So always keep in mind that it's a good balance between cardio and stretch classes. But Ryan came home yesterday. We have a little new space yesterday. I put that up. And then we actually celebrated Father's Day a little bit early with him, just because Sunday I think we're doing a few things and then trying to go visit his dad, and his dad is at work. So I didn't want to feel rushed, so I picked up some balloons yesterday, and then got him, well, I guess he'll probably post about it, but a lot of the stuff I got from Etsy. So our theme, if you guys have seen my other videos, is of course bear, because ever since we dated, I was called Mama Bear and he was called Papa Bear. It's just one of those things that we kind of stuck with. So I got him a really cute t-shirt from Etsy. It's very soft cotton. I forgot what the store is, but I'll have to link it down below for you guys because it's a really good quality t-shirt. And that's the thing with ordering stuff online, is you're not sure how the material feels. That's why it's good to have reviews. So I would definitely recommend this one. It says Papa Bear and it's in the shape of a bear. Like Ryan was looking at it, he's like, what does it look like? And I'm like, it's a bear. And he was like, oh, I thought it looks like a full face of a bear at the front, but it's actually a side view. So I thought it was really modern. Then got him a little card. And then I also picked this up from Etsy. Of course, the frame is from Target, but it has this really cute saying. This was a printout from Etsy. It says Dad, Father, Hand Holder, Spider Killer, Dragon Slayer, Sand Castle Digger, Bug Catcher, Storyteller, Living Room Dancer, Fort Builder, Best Hugger, Car Singer, that's for sure, and it's emphasized, Advice Giver, Joke Teller, Piggyback Rider, Ride Giver, and Everything Knower. Ryan was like, I don't know about Bug Catcher and Spider Killer, but everything else is about him. I thought it was really cute, so we'll definitely put that in our room just because it's a special, you know, Father's Day, because it's his first one. And I got him a card that has Papa Bear on there and a little baby bear, and then his favorite perfume. He got like a little sample, but he really wanted like a full size, so I found him this one, and it's at Target. By the way, if you're looking for a good perfume for a guy, this is a really good one, and it's extreme because I know they have several different kinds of basically smells or fragrances. So that's one that smells really, really good. It's not like musky. It just smells really like refreshing for a man. So just a little update on my little corner. Yesterday I picked up this cart at Target. It's like for people who shop at Walmart all the time. I shop at Target all the time. So I found this cart. It was on sale for $64. It was $130. So I really wanted to make it kind of like a coffee bar and clear off some of the space on my countertop. And then I found that mirror, which I think is really, really cool because it looks really mid-century modern. And it was $50, and I got it for $24. So kind of a cool little corner for our kitchen. And then I bought a little plant earlier, I think last week, with a little stand from At Home. I really wanted one of those modern ones. Maybe I can find one at West Elm later on. But it's supposed to be like one of those plants that actually filters air. So I thought it'd be kind of a cool accent piece to put in that corner. But that's kind of the update. I think we're gonna go shop around today, and that's pretty much it. And I hear my girl crying, so let's go see what she's up to. What you doing? What you doing? I see you. I see you. I see you. Come here. Come here. Oh! Oh, my little giraffe. Are you my little giraffe? Mm. 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 Yeah. She's got a little tooth, as you can see. She's smiling. It's one little tooth that's sticking out. And I don't know if it's teething and her growing up, but we've been going through a phase where she's fighting me a little bit on her naps. Like, she is crying really hard. And so it's a bit frustrating because I have to let her cry because she's being a little bit, I don't want to speak that over her, but she's, you know, learning to kind of be a little bit manipulative. And I know, yeah. And I know some people say they're too little to understand, but trust me, they start growing up, they pick up stuff really quickly. They pick up stuff really quickly, so she's definitely testing out the waters and trying to see what I'm going to be kind of lenient with and what not. I'm not going to be lenient with. So it's definitely a learning process. I definitely have to let her go to sleep, and sometimes she cries after being fed and burped and everything. You're not going to let me talk? You want to see yourself? You want to see yourself? Here you go. I see you. Yeah. You see yourself? Do you see yourself? Yeah. Yeah. Tell them. Tell them all about it. Tell them all about it.
She has no idea.
No idea. No idea.
No idea you're about to be pierced in the ears. But it's not going to hurt. It's going to be just fine.
You're a tough cookie. Up in your lap against you, holding her, both her arms down with one arm. Okay. And then one arm you're going to use to hold her head. You're doing when you're ready. So she doesn't start wiggling. But you have to hold her really, really tight because the kids try to maybe struggle with their heads and stuff. When I clean her ears, she's usually pretty still with a Q-tip, so she might do that. Okay. Okay, you ready? You're ready to go! You want to move back? Oh, you have to back. That's okay. That's fine too. Okay. Come on. She's like, what's going on? Really, really tight. Okay. Hold her hands down and then her head very, very still. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, go! Switch arms. Oh, okay.
Hi everyone. So just like that, the weekend is over, and we had a good time. We actually spent it with Ryan's parents this weekend, and maybe within these few weeks we're able to go to visit my parents. But this weekend we did get Mila's ears pierced, as you guys saw. I did want to post her crying on the video because it's just too terrible to watch, because sometimes I do replay vlogs just to kind of, it's almost kind of like albums for me. So honestly, I kind of am doing this for my own sake, for my own family, just the little memories. So it's definitely a great way for me to be able to see how she's growing and developing. So it was pretty crazy experience because I didn't expect her to kind of be as scared as she was. And I was hoping that they would do them at the same time. But the girl said that usually they do it for toddlers because once they figure out one, they'll start moving around and they won't let you touch the other one. But for babies, they kind of don't know what's going on, so they'll still be kind of fine. So I kind of hate that they didn't do both of them at the same time. But I mean, it's done. And you know how you sometimes make a decision and sometimes you wish you kind of could go back? Well, at that moment, I really wanted to go back because I'm like, this is really bad because she was really crying bad. So the place that we went to get her ears pierced, it was at the mall, and it was, excuse me, on the other side of Atlanta where Ryan's parents live. And the place was called Pagoda. I think they have several locations. So it's basically like a little kiosk at the mall. Basically like one of those kiosks you go in and they sell all kinds of jewelry, like, you know, sterling silver, the gold, and it can range from like the cheap jewelry to, you know, really expensive jewelry. But they did do the piercings there. We of course called. I know some of you guys asked me about, you know, our experience and how it goes with the baby. You know, for adults it's a bit different, but with the baby, of course, you want to research, you want to call and make sure that, you know, that there's no other requirements before you arrive, because I know that when we researched, Ryan looked up a few other places like icing, and Claire's, I believe, they require that your kid gets vaccinated. I'm not sure if they ask for proof and you have to bring a paper, or you just say yes and they're good to go and you just sign a waiver. I'm not really sure why, because basically, if you don't know how piercings happen, it's basically a gun. And whenever you purchase an earring, the earring is actually in the sterile cartilage itself. So you just put the cartilage right into the gun. And the earring itself is the needle that pierces the skin, because it has the little needle back, and then the cap that goes on the back is actually round. So I don't know, I mean, unless the company messed up and somehow it's not sterile and your kid can, you know, contract something so you don't sue them. So I don't know. This Pagoda place didn't require any of that. You know, if you watch my other videos, I didn't really want to get my kid vaccinated with a lot of these vaccines that are out there. And I'm not going to go into details about that because I know people have mixed feelings about it. But, and I was kind of actually debating whether to do her ears or not, because I first wanted to, and then I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to hurt her. I don't know if she would want that. You know, in the future when she grows up, would she regret it? I know I didn't, because I had to get mine when I was about 16 years old. I was not allowed to get my ears pierced until that time. I know my oldest sister had to get her ears pierced at 18, so she didn't have to, but she wanted to, and she had to wait until she was 18 before my parents let her, you know, get her ears pierced. But, you know, I was at 16 and I was just kind of debating whether or not to do it or not. So we decided to go with it, and we did it on Father's Day. And, I mean, it went pretty well. She was kind of, I guess, a little paranoid. She started kind of crying hysterically, and I was like, I guess I didn't expect her to do that. So I picked her up and, you know, was trying to comfort her. She wouldn't take the passy, and the girl was like, let's go ahead and do the other one. And I'm like, I need a minute. Like, I'm not gonna have a screaming kid and go ahead and do the other one, which I understand the concept, but I just didn't know that she was gonna freak out that bad. So, you know, I took a little bit of time, maybe like a minute, and then I sat down, we did the other one. And it took her a little bit to calm down, which, you know, I'm kind of learning that Mila is a little bit more sensitive towards certain things. So she'll cry maybe because she gets a little scared. Like sometimes I'll use a NutriBullet and I have to almost forewarn her that I'm about to make some noise, and I have to either sing or talk to her very loud so it's not as loud to her, because it's been, you know, she would get scared and she would start crying. Same thing when I go into public restrooms, and that's one of the reasons I don't want to go to public restrooms, is when I would change her on the changing tables. Number one, she doesn't like that hard surface. And then every time a person flushes, the flushing actually scares her. And it's just, ugh. It's like you're trying to change your baby and then these people are going in and out looking at you and the flushing noise and she starts screaming and you forgot to take the passy in. It can be a frustrating, you know, process, which, I mean, I am very grateful for locations that do have like family restrooms, because if you have your husband there, he can kind of help you. But nevertheless, I mean, we took care of it and I'm glad that's done. She has been kind of a little bit more sensitive these past few days. And she's touched her, you know, ear two times or so. She wasn't really pulling on it, but it seems to be doing good. I gave her a bath yesterday and kind of cleaned him with a Q-tip. And I try to twist him whenever I can. But she doesn't seem like she's in a lot of pain. You know, the ear is fine. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, she seems to be fine. She just was a little bit more irritated. Like this past night, I think I woke up 20 times, which I think she woke up with a stuffy nose. So like last night, I heard she was kind of making like a stuffy nose sound. So I was like, I hope she didn't get the sniffles. Because we were at Ryan's parents' work and there were a few, you know, older people. And that's not to say that's where she picked it up, but, you know, some people were touching her hands and one of the lady actually picked her up. So, you know, older people always kind of wipe their nose. But, I mean, she's fine. She's just a little bit more sensitive whenever she's not 100%. But that's pretty much it. That's our experience with the ear piercing and the Father's Day. It was a good one. You know, we really enjoyed the time. I know that Ryan's parents don't get to come here as often, so it's kind of good when we do get to spend some time with them so that they can see Mila. But that's pretty much it. So the weekend is over and now it's back to work. You know, I'm in my clothes, not dressy or anything like that, no makeup, cleaning the house and cooking and just kind of catching up on a few things. So hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Be sure to subscribe. We have a lot more other fun things coming your way, but as always, create culture and be you. We'll see you guys next time in our next video. Bye bye.